Hello and welcome back to Saving United. In today's episode, we are bringing you two derbies, one game against Derby, and PSG. Does that make sense? Let's get into it. So, since you were last here with me for this PSG game up here, things have been going okay. We beat Millwall away in the league. We had a man sent off. That's going to be a bit of a recurring theme here. I'm just going to give you a warning, as is Bruno Fernandes scoring goals. He got the one goal in a 1-0 win, and McTominay got himself 2 yellows and got himself sent off. After Millwall, we went to Ajax, or Ajax came to us, I should say, and we beat them 2-1. Fairly comfortable. JJ Gabriel and Bruno Fernandes getting the goals. We played Liverpool at home. Really, really good win this was. Um, Bruno Fernandes again getting himself on the score sheet. Can you see that there's a bit of a recurring theme here? After Liverpool, things went a bit awry. So, remember I said about red cards being a recurring theme? We had Fulham at home. We lost 3-0. And we were down to 9 men again for the second time this season. And it was both of our strikers, JJ Gabriel and Endrick, who got sent off. So Rodrigo Muniz scored all 3 goals for Fulham. And then it got a little bit worse as we went away to Arsenal and lost 4-0 with Lamens, the goalkeeper, getting himself sent off. Lautaro Martinez, Eberechi Eze, and Bukayo Saka on the score sheet. We never really showed up, and we were down to 10 men after 7 minutes. Not that I'm making excuses. It's just one of them things. We played our second game against Ajax in the Champions League group stage. 3-0 win this time. They had a man sent off, and he was Mason Mount. Can you believe it? The ex-Man United player. We sold him to Ajax, and he did not enjoy playing us again. It was Chido Obi, it was McTominay, and it was JJ Gabriel, the main man, getting the goals in a 3-0 win away from home. And then we had another 3-0 win. Bournemouth. Bruno Fernandes getting his hat trick this time in a fairly straightforward win in the league. And in the last game we played Benfica. Another 3-2 win against Benfica. A second 3-2 win of the season against these guys. We were away from home this time. Conor Gallagher, Enzo Fernandez, and Marcus Rashford on the score sheet. So in today's episode, we are going to be bringing you Leeds, Derby, Man City, and then PSG. Now, this PSG game I thought was going to have a little bit more significance, but we're both qualified. We're both qualified, but they did beat us earlier on in the season, so it'd be good to play them again, and you guys can see whether or not we have improved. Leeds and Man City in the league, Derby are in the League Cup. We'll probably rotate a little bit for that. In the league, we, after 9 games, are third on 18 points. Aston Villa have only lost 1 game, and they're on 24 points at the top of the league. We got a game in hand over Liverpool. We got a game in hand over Spurs. So things are going okay. Early signs of a potential title challenge, I would say. Okay, so first up, a game against Leeds, a long-standing rival of Manchester United. We're without Lamond and JJ Gabriel due to suspension. So Radek Vitek is going to be in the sticks for this one, and we will put Endrick, who's kind of fallen out of favour. He will go into the side for JJ Gabriel, leaving space for... Who do we want to put on the bench here? I'll tell you what we will do. We'll put Mazraoui onto the bench. Pubil will play right back. Dorgu is playing well. He is playing well. He's probably in more form than Hernandez, so he will stay on. And then we just need another strike on the bench. Cheeto Obi. There we go. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, it's a fairly familiar starting lineup. Obviously, Vitek in goal for the suspended Lamins. Dorgo at left back. Delit and Yoro are both back fit, so they are our starting centre backs. Pubel back in the team. Remember, he is unable to play for us in Europe this season after already playing for Atletico in Europe. So he's back in for this league game. Onana, Gallagher, and Fernandez. Kobe Mainu has been dropped, and Conor Gallagher has come back into the team. He's actually rotated a little bit with McTominay. I'm wondering whether McTominay's a better shout for this game. Maybe. Let's do it. He's got a better average rating, so let's trust it. So it's Onana, McTominay, Fernandez, and Bruno Fernandes as your midfield four, with Rashford and Endrick as the strikers. Let's go. Let's go to Ellen Road, shall we? Not a great start. Not a fantastic start. Joe Roden getting an early goal for Leeds. We haven't really seen anything from United so far. I'm still recording in a heat wave at the moment, which is why if I look like I'm struggling with the heat, it's because I am. But that is the dedication that we're bringing to you. Recording in a heat wave. We are at half time. We are down 1-0. I'm kind of feeling making changes at half time, really. Try and liven this up a little bit. We'll do Rashford for Cheeto Obi. We'll do Enzo off and Conor Gallagher on for some legs in midfield. Because Leeds are just running all over us here. Let me know in the comments, how are you coping with this heat wave? As you can probably see, not very well over here. And United aren't really coping very well with Leeds, I'll be honest. We're going to have to do something. We're going to have to do something here. Onana off, Mainu on, and let's just go 4-3-3. Push Bruno Fernandes up front. He's in good goal scoring form at the moment. Let's just lump it forward. Get it forward and see if we can get something going here. And we do. Is a run from McTominay from midfield. And we have made it 1-1. We've taken a point from Leeds, who are in the relegation zone. So it's not the best result. Yeah. Things are going to have to improve. We've got some big games coming up here. We're going to rotate against Derby for sure. And see if any of those lads make a case for the first team slots. So next opponent's Derby. They are in the Championship. They're 14th in the Championship. Only 3 away from relegation, but only 4 or 5 away from the playoffs. So they are banging mid-table. It's very, very early to be looking at the table, but I feel like it's a good chance to give out some game time here. Harry Amas and Brian Austin are going to start at fullback. Aidan Heaven and probably McConville. Yeah, Heaven and McConville are going to start at centre back. We're going to go Toby Collier. We're going to go Conor Gallagher, Kobe Mainu, Jack Fletcher, and I'm thinking maybe we go Endrick and Obi as the strikers. That should be enough to get us past a mid-table Championship side. If it's not, then I'd probably be quite worried. We'll do Fernandez and Fernandez on the bench with JJ Gabriel. just in case we need them. But I'm hoping we can get through this without any need to make subs and risk our first team, our starting players. I am getting flashbacks of, was it Doncaster, where we did this, we rotated and Doncaster absolutely pulled our pants down. And a lot of these players, I think, actually played in that game. We need to see more from Endrick. He hasn't really hit the ground running. He's only scored 1 goal in 12 starts so far. I said he'd fallen out of favour, and you can kind of see why. £20 million. You'd expect more from him. We have broken the deadlock, and it is Chido Obi. It's Endrick's strike partner. Although Endrick is having a pretty good game. This is the type of game where Endrick needs to really step up and sort of show me that he is ready for a starting place. And there's a few players that are probably in that book. I'd certainly suggest Kobbie Mainoo and Conor Gallagher fall under that category as well. They're kind of no longer young players as such. Kobbie Mainoo is 22, but they're no longer sort of like youth team players like the likes of Brian Austin or Heaven or Amas, you know. So it really is a good opportunity for them to show me what they got, really, you know. We did it with JJ Gabriel. We are more than happy to throw kids in, and it paid off in Gabriel's sense. But yeah, it's a good opportunity for these boys to put themselves either in the shop window and get a good move, or get themselves into this first team. If I can get away without making subs, I probably would. Kobbie Mainoo, one of those players we just mentioned, has got himself on the score sheet to make it 2. We're just going to check condition, because although I don't want to risk starting players, I don't really want these boys to get injured either. One sub we probably can make. Let's do Onana on for Collier, and let's do Mazraoui on for Harry and Mass. We don't want to run them into the ground and then they end up injured and we need them and they're not there. But this is looking like a pretty routine win in the League Cup. Or is it? Or is it? It is. Derby did get a late goal there. Was it Jaden Anthony? Yeah, 90th minute. But it's enough for us to progress. This is the big one in this episode. United versus City. We've both played 10 games. They are 4 points ahead of us. I don't think we've beaten Man City. I think they've beaten us every single time that we've played them. So it would be nice to maybe turn the tables. I've just seen we've got Brentford in the League Cup 4th round. That's being played later on this month. But we must concentrate on this league game against City. Vitek is going to continue in goal because Lamens still has one more game on his suspension. It's obviously going to be the strongest team that we can put out for this one. So it's going to be Dorgu. It's going to be Pubil, Yoro, Delit, Onana. We'll go McTominay, we'll go Enzo, we'll go Bruno, JJ Gabriel. Do we give Endrick a run out? He did play well against Derby. We'll do Endrick. We'll trust him. Mazraoui onto the bench. We'll have Collier, we'll have Gallagher, we'll have Mainoo, and we'll have Rashford. There we go. So yeah, it's 6th versus 2nd. And like I say, a win here would be, I'd say it'd be pretty significant, not only being the first win against City as part of this series, but it'll be a step in the right direction if we are to be pushing for a title, or at least be in the conversation for a title. We've got to be able to beat the big sides in the league. And we're coming up to half time here, and we haven't seen any action yet. We are 0-0 at half time. Very, very cagey. Neither side has hit the target. The lads are kind of doing okay. Bruno Fernandes, I say they're doing okay. We've got a lot of 6s in there. Fernandes, Enzo, Gabriel, Onana, Pubil, Dorgo. Yeah, there's a few lads who maybe we need to see a little bit more from. I'm kind of, I think I'm going to keep it the same for the start of the second half, but I'm not afraid to make some early subs if we feel we need to. This game is literally just flying by. Are we going to see a goal? We have stepped it up a little bit. This is a bit of an improvement. We'll bring on Rashford for Hendrick, who's on a yellow. We don't want any more red cards, please. I kind of feel like we need to change a midfielder as well. Let's do Kobbie Mainoo. He scored against Derby. And now he's coming on in the Manchester Derby. Lucky we saved another sub because Pubal's got injured. Mazraoui on at right back. That is all 3 subs used up. Are we going to see a goal? We are. And it's Kobbie Mainoo. Right. Let's manage this. Let's be a manager here, shall we? We're going defensive. We're going defensive. We're going long. Men behind the ball. Yes. Counter attack. Yes. Right. Let's get this sorted, shall we? We need to lock this down. Bruno Fernandes has scored and made it too. So it's Mainoo off the bench. Good impact from him and Bruno Fernandes. This would put us right back in that conversation, as we said. Rodri's been sent off. They're falling apart. And it's a big, big win for this series and for my Manchester United side. It doesn't do much for the league table. It puts us right behind City, though. In terms of points, it's great. We're 5 behind Aston Villa now. We still got to play them. And yeah, the board are delighted with that. And so am I, to be fair. That's the first time we've beaten City. So when I was playing off camera, I was kind of worrying about the goalkeeper situation because we got Seno Lammers. And I mean, he's done okay for us. He had a really good season last year in terms of goals conceded. But he feels a little bit like a liability. He's doing okay. I mean, his average rating isn't amazing overall. But I just feel like if we're going to be constantly challenging for titles and for cups, we probably need a better goalkeeper. And this is kind of cementing my thoughts that we might need to move for a goalkeeper when the finances allow us to do so, because the media are starting to question him. We're going to defend him in the press because I don't think it's good to ever criticise a player, but maybe we do need to look for a new goalkeeper at some point. Okay, final game of this episode, and like I say, it's not really. It's a bit of a nothing game in terms of the group because I mean, unless there's a big swing on goal difference, we're second in the group and we're going through. But it would be good to see after a few more games where we're at against PSG, who are obviously one of the best sides in Europe. Lemons is going to continue in goal despite the media maybe giving him a little bit of stick. We're going to go strongest lineup, I think. So we're going to go Dorgu, Mazraoui because of Pubal being ineligible, Yoro Delit, Onana. Midfield's giving me a little bit of a headache now, but it's a good headache because we've got to have Enzo Fernandez. Kobbie Mainoo scored 2 in his last 2. I think we go back to Enzo and Mainoo maybe for this one. Fernandez, Gabriel, Hendrick, Chido Obi, to be fair. He scored 3 in 2 starts. I think we'll back Hendrick. On the bench, we'll do Austin, Evan. Gallagher, McTominay, Fletcher, Rashi. There we go. Okay, kick-off at Old Trafford against a very, very good PSG side. And Bruno Fernandes has given us an early lead. Does it do anything for the league table? Oh, it does, It does. If we do win this, we would go top ahead of PSG. I don't know if that gives us a more favourable draw in the next group stage. I don't think it matters too much. It certainly doesn't matter at the moment because PSG did equalise pretty quickly afterwards. It's just a star-studded side. I'm quite a big fan of this lad, Gabriel Moscardo. I was a big fan of him on FM24 in the early days of that. Um, yeah, maybe he could be someone that we might look at bringing in to help out the midfield. I think he can play centre back as well. But that is a feels like a long way away that we need to worry about transfers. It's all about getting results, and it doesn't look like we're going to get the result here. It's PSG have made it 2-1, but though Endrick has equalised straight away, we are going to make some subs. JJ Gabriel off and Rashford on. I said subs. It might only be the one. Mazraoui's struggling. Maybe we put Brian Austin out there. Give him some more experience. He did play against PSG the first time round, and Moffey has got himself a hat trick. Looks like a fairly good player. Doesn't seem to be playing a lot for PSG at the moment. He's only started 4 games. Only scored 1 goal up until now. But it is 3-2 to PSG. Is that how it is going to end? It is. So it doesn't really change anything. It doesn't really affect us at all in terms of qualification. We were already through before this game. It does tell me that we could give the best sides in Europe a good go. We've only lost to PSG twice by 1 goal. So yeah, it does kind of fill me with hope that maybe with a favourable draw in the next round, the Champions League could be a realistic prospect in the near future. As always, thank you for watching Saving United. We really do appreciate the support. If you did enjoy it, please do give us a like and a subscribe. And until the next time, take care.